Well,
somebody's going to get dunked.
Somebody is, and it ain't going to be me. Robson Dexter will have grenades, and Robson will have himself a P250. They'll be the aggressors in this pistol round on Nuke. Time for Mousesports to enact some revenge on Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Frozen will start as he means to go. One with a headshot up close. Dexter going through the smoke in main, and this is a fast-moving round. Only 2 players remaining for Ninjas in Pyjamas. ZTR has the defuse kit, looking over the smoke, trying to find anything he can. Plopsky's here as well. Well, there goes ZTR. Plopsky now 1 versus 5, and he will also die, essentially. It's a pretty solid round for Mousesports.
Pretty solid. Yeah, that was great. Just a brave round as well to call straight up A rush, upper rush, right out the gates. They didn't stop holding W the entire way through, just ran right over it. And NIP a bit more spread out on the map, not quite sure. Probably expecting more of a slow approach from Mousesports, to be fair. Just caught off guard with that speed. So very well done there from Mousesports. 1-0 lead. Again, pistols, man. Mousesports are good at winning these pistol rounds. We saw that on Overpass, and here we go. Another strong start for them on Nuke. So coming out into the yard, you get to take advantage of the rifles. You are facing against Deagles, though, so it's not without its risks. But you are really trying to set yourself up to have the advantage over the pistols long range, at least initially. See, there's the Deagle. Just letting you know. And also letting Mousesports know that Nip could look over that smoke and not see anybody.
Fishing with the Deagles, it'll be made more difficult with the Molotov. But Mousesports are not too crazy about committing. There's a swing from Acor.
Yeah.
Hampus up top now, looking for something. Plenty of people outside. You don't want to engage all those players. They will combine to make you lose the rifle. You can see Mousesports not fighting to the death if they don't need to. They'll do it on their terms. And Ninjas in Pyjamas will look to have another go in the next round, try and save with these 3 pistols. Oh, Device now with the blue flip knife. What? That is quite a change up from when we last saw him. Did he have these gloves last time? I swear his infantry changes every day.
He's active, you know? He's probably got an inventory that runs pretty deep.
I need to have a second look at it. I looked at it the other day.
That's
all kind of rubies and emeralds in there.
This could be quite the interesting strategy to start things off here for Mousesports, actually, to just repeatedly hit that upper sight. It is, I mean, you do try to identify where certain players are playing on the map, and then you can play around that, right? And ZCR on upper sight has kind of struggled a little bit. It's not the strongest map. Past two times that NIP have played this map against Anonymous and against Heroic, they've lost. And ZCR has been kind of middle of the pack, if not at the bottom of the scoreboard, both of those times. So clearly still trying to make some adjustments on that upper side, getting him comfortable. So just literally running straight at him 2 rounds in a row has worked out really well for Mousesports. Not a great start here for ZCR. Hasn't really had the chance to show anything. But that being said, nobody has had a kill yet for NIP. So let's see if in the 3rd round they can finally kill somebody.
Frozen saying hello. ZTR surely falls to the flames there. Well, perhaps it was worth it. Not much to lose in this round. There's a rifle to maybe be collected, used, or abused by those vents. Frozen just having a look. Nice taps with the Galil. Swinging left and right every so often. Now, Hampus looking to be served a quick one. Oh, Rob's just making... Okay, that makes it winnable. Immediately, he has to go for this round now. That's such a fast kill. Because Robs is reading, okay, he's going to save the weapon, and Hampus is playing against that. He's expecting somebody to swing. And now he has a chance to clutch the entire round. This has escalated very quickly indeed, but he'll need it to escalate even faster in order to win this one. Spotting Dexter in the heart. He needs a kill here. You can make him die, though. Or maybe he goes for the rifle instead, because he's got nothing to... Oh, actually, he has armor to save, but I think he'll go for the rifle. Well, that's some great damage done by Hampus. UMP for Robs, but over here, the Galil can take that instead of an M4, no problem.
Absolutely. So again, we're going to do the same thing, you know, here provide a little bit of context going into this big buy round. Mousesports haven't lost Nuke since the closed qualifier. So that's been a long time now. That was against Complexity, 16-13. Since then, they've gone on to beat the likes of Big, Astralis, G2. They got revenge against Complexity. I mean, they've just been mauling everybody on Nuke. So this is very much a Mousesports home map. They're scary, they're strong on it, and so NiP have got their work cut out for them here on this CT side. So let's see what NiP have elected to go for here. Have the AWP in position on device, although he still seems to be trying to get comfortable with NiP's strategy, with NiP's setup here on this map.
Oh, Rez looking for opportunity. The repeat could be problematic, though.
Sorry?
The repeat could be problematic there around those smokes. As you can see, Pyjamas and Co creeping. Looking for Hampus, who isn't showing just yet. Does he play off of Rez's peak? No, here he is activating now. Oh, taking a lot of damage, getting riddled with bullets through the panel. Not very bulletproof, that. Perhaps not what he was expecting. He'll think twice about going there again. Dexter makes his way downstairs with the bomb. Rop's looking for rotation. Can hear the jump peeking from ZTO. We'll invite him in for a peek himself. Ooh, had to land something there, Device. He'll fall back. Rob still keeping an eye on things. Surely there'll be a swing here. There's enough of them. Going with utility first. That'll give him half a chance, but he can't fire that second shot. Rob's deleted by Rez. And that gives NIP a man advantage, despite having lost Device. Plopsky now creeping. Acor seen by the double doors. They pretty much know where these players are now. They've got help from the vents as well. Trades will be in favor of Mousesports. 1v1. Rez has to touch that bomb. Dexter knows it. Opens the door and shuts down the round. 4-0 for Mousesports on the T side of Nuke.
Very, very well played. Dexter keeping his cool there, and also good teamwork between the two of them, really setting themselves up to trade the kills there at the end for that clutch. Mousesports, very nicely done. And so that was a strong start we saw here from NIP. Hampus, though, yeah, just stuck. That is a spot that Hampus likes to play out in that yard. He will play garage quite often, and he will try and lurk around those edges. And so Mousesports need to be aware of that. Clearly, you know, that was a reminder, at least early enough here in the half. But yeah, 4-0. And we will get the smoke wall going up outside. 3 players, soon to be 4 players here from Mousesports taking advantage of that, and they will get that bomb down secret very early on. This was a force buy coming in from NIP, though. And Device had enough money for an AWP once again. This time around, yep, it's the lobby peek coming in from Device. No presence in yard shown by Device just yet. So Mousesports still going to be waiting for him to join the party out there.
Oh boy, how do you peek that? Well, the first time we've seen a number of players in this position. There's quite some activity towards B. So a little race there from Mousesports, but not going too crazy. You can see Rops' turn to play anti-eco position. ZTR caught sleeping as he crept through. Maybe there was a footstep. You can see Mousesports now considering the A bomb site. Plopsky doesn't want to fight to the death with the FAMAS from that range, but he has got the information for his team, and Device will post up and deliver frag after frag. Oh. Still alive is Device. 4 versus 2. There's plenty of fire coming his way. Just one step to give it up, and there's the 4th kill for Device now. Rob still by Squeaky. Again, he was playing anti-eco this whole time in terms of his position while his teammates focused on secret outside. Went for a plan B towards A, and things collapse. He'll make his way out of this round, going up the ladder.
Just doing a good job of surviving the round. He only had 400 in the bank, you can see, so he'll be able to get a smoke or 2 flashes next round, or an HE. Romps and the rest of the team should be able to buy up as well. Frozen and BMAS, though, are kind of low, but they can get drop Galils, and you can actually have a pretty respectable buy here from Mousesports. But this is the kind of star-level play that Device needs to bring to the table here for NIP. And you'd be happy to see that kind of play from him consistently here on Nuke as well. Just last time they played, he had a bit of a quiet performance, Device, and so it's going to be fun to see if they've made some progress here on this map. NIP were very outspoken when we got to talk to them at the blind spot about how they were very happy about having that 1 day off, that additional day to prepare for this grand final, get a bit more work in on some of these maps that they could almost predict that they were going to play. Nice leg shot coming through. Hampus again with that AWP, he is a threat.
Device with the second one. Look at the angle he's holding. Oh, he has actually got a chance for a second kill here, a tag, and a molly bouncing as well, and ZTR will be to the rescue, and the bomb is lost in garage as well. Got some serious problems here. What a position from Device. Continues to be a problem. 4 versus 2. How on earth do you even rescue that bomb? Really got to just aim for the people protecting it. Plenty of presence being shown by Device. Plopsky creeping as well by credit card. They will try to isolate these players, but at the same time, he smokes himself off the bomb. And Device has crept through it with the AK-47. 35 seconds on the clock, and what is there for Mousesports to do at this junction? May have to go for a save. Oh, found something at last. But this round is not going to be going the way of Mousesports, that much is for sure. I'm not sure where the AWP is for somebody to rescue it for Ninjas in Pyjamas. There we go.
Wild. Back-to-back rounds running out of time for Mousesports? That doesn't bode well. If this is how it's going to play out already here at the very beginning of the half, I mean, what a shutdown and what a save from ZTR, to be fair. Device was dead to rights if ZTR doesn't show up there. So the cavalry came galloping over the hillside, and that was excellent work. But now you put yourself in a tight position here, Mousesports. You have 2 rifles to play off of, a couple of pistols. You've gone for the 4 spy across the board pretty much. A little bit of money saved. It's just a weird kind of round for Mousesports. Cross your fingers and hope that you can get a bomb plant. Acor's going to take point. And he eats that HE. And, oh, he's just getting planked down by Plopsky.
There's panels in that trophy area you can spray through as well. So one must be careful, even in a lobby.
Oh, risky business.
Just saw Pyjamas. Just picks up the AK-47. Things slowing down now for Mousesports. Being starved of opportunity on Nuke. It's a chance for Ninjas in Pyjamas to build a nice score on their CT side. Of course, that will become more difficult when the full buy comes through for Mousesports, but for now, they won't have all the money in the world next round either.
Fresh smoke going down as well, so annoying. Minute on the clock, stuck. Really just trying to make this A-pop kind of play work here. But Rez is just determined to not allow this to happen. Although Frozen is in a great position to catch Rez, ZTR is watching Hut. Nobody has got main right now. So Frozen's going to catch Rez in the side of the head unless this timing works out. There it is.
Instant trade, but ZTR has a strong angle and a lot of players helping him as well. Pyjamas looking for a flank, which is not going to come. And he may opt to hold on to this AK-47. They could have a hero AK in the next round. Another slink away from Mousesports. Opportunities have been lost. Comrades have been lost. And the round has been lost.
No way, dude. How often do we see this? 3 rounds in a row. Lost due to time.
Gotta respect it.
Okay, we're going to get a quick technical timeout called here by Mousesports. Hopefully won't be too long. We can get that going back through very quickly here. But Mousesports just, taking a quick moment here to get things up and running again, and we should be back in the mix soon. But losing 3 rounds in a row due to running down the clock, that is going to be a frustrating turn of events.
Wow.
They don't look very pleased at all right now on the side of Mousesports.
Look at the stress on that face. 2-0s all the way to the finals, and then suddenly...
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
it's not working.
Device brought some of that Astralis residue with him. It's definitely rubbing off on Ninjas in Pyjamas. Indeed, they've got the wisdom inside the server and out now with Threat in the back, the chief strategist. So I think it's a pretty good look for them with the youngsters on the team.
Oh, yeah.
And the match is due to resume. So we've got the hero AK on Pyjamas and some pistols. The odd grenade for Mousesports as they look to not lose this one by timeout as well, surely. Some long, dry rounds. The landscape has suddenly become arid for the likes of Mousesports. They've got the one flashbang in this round. Hampus trying to make his way towards Secret, but he's getting stuck. And he'll have to think of a plan B.
He needs to get out of dodge. Can he get a teammate to help him out here? Yeah, there's the flash. All right, so he gets a flash and he is out of there. That was definitely a bit too touch and go there. He maybe got a little complacent there, Hampus, getting caught on edges that he really shouldn't. This is an eco round, but still. Nice preparation there from Rez. Nearly getting the follow-up on BMAS.
Well then, we've got some plays down towards Secret. Dexter still has the bomb. There'll be a weapon exchange. There are the Deagle Blazes. And then sound is cut. Plopsky will make his way close. Does he elevate to his position though? Might jump on the boxes here. Now he's got a crossfire with his teammate on the ramp. Should he come down? That's Hampus. He may offer a flashbang or something with all of 2 HP Hampus. 40 seconds remain now. The doors of opportunity have been opened, but it's a bait. Dexter creeps in on the other side. That is maybe an AUG to be collected. You could win a round with an AUG. Hampus needs to stay alive, needs to wait for his team to rotate in. I think if he died there, that would fill Mousesports with confidence. See Rez on the ladder as well. He'll be out of action for a while. Device dropped. Seems to be happening. We've seen clutches in this situation before, though, but it's a lot resting on ZTR in this position, 100 HP and the AK-47. That bomb is ticking pretty fast. Hampus can't really take a fight. I don't know how he wins a duel here. Dexter has the AWP. This one's taking pretty long. ZTR's on the bomb now. Does he have the cover? No. Beamers closes the doors. There's a crossfire as well. Very unlikely round, just one from out of nowhere by Mousesports. But they won't take the AWP.
Rez will be able to make it. Does he make it? Oh, he does not make it. Will not be able to save the AWP, but Hampus has got plenty. He can drop one for Device. So they will be able to get fully equipped on the side of NIP going into this next round.
It's crazy how those rounds escalate from, let's see if we can plant the bomb, to let's win the round.
Yeah, and how quickly it was. I mean, just everybody from NIP, they just thread that needle. And everybody from NIP after that is just out of position at that point. Rez, you saw him blocked off in the vents forever. Not able to really have an impact. Actually had to completely change it up and rotate to Secret. So, I mean, it makes you wonder if the retake was supposed to go forward at all at that point, when you have half of your guys not even able to make it to the lower site. So, a bit of a discussion going on Mousesports right now. Tactical timeout called.
Rops is a big fan of palm trees.
He is.
Should come out here.
Yeah, there's palm trees in the parking lot right here. So many palm trees in Los Angeles, they just stick them by the cars. Don't even know what to do with them. You think there's any palm trees in Estonia? Do you think they'd survive?
Those winters are pretty cold.
Yeah.
I've been to Estonia, Tallinn and Tartu, student town. They've got loads of goats in the zoo in Tallinn. They've got loads of different species of goat. That was like the standout thing. And they had a polar bear sitting in the cage playing with the padlock on the gate, which made me very nervous. They can run faster than you, they can climb, and they can swim. So if it escapes, you basically have to trip somebody else up to save yourself.
Exactly.
And I'm willing to do that.
Just run faster than
I'll
the
do
next
it.
guy.
If it's a polar bear situation, I'm tripping somebody up.
Let's see if this is a polar situation, because Frozen about to make his way through some mist, and he gets a kill. Acor takes Device as well. 2-man advantage now for Mousesports.
Yeah, Frozen starting to warm up on the outside. It feels like a very risky position for Hampus to play, and how do you know when it's the right time to peek like that? The wide swing so exposed. Anyway, we've got to play towards the ramp now. Rops may be paid off here. Looks like NIP are fitting to push. Indeed, they are. The double peek. Is it too little too late? Looks like it is, as Plopsky remains in a 1 versus 4.
Yeesh.
This is fantastic for Mousesports, because NIP are not going to have much money left, as we can see.
Is this the AUG skin that you like a lot?
That's a Sid Mead one, I think, or something.
Okay.
I had the Hot Rod one, but with an Eye by Power Hollow on it, which I sold. So I don't know what I like now in terms of I don't have one right now. I need one for my red loadout. We'll see.
We'll have to get on that and tweet recommendations to Bardolph.
Yes. Maybe a radiation hazard. I think there's an AUG radiation hazard, or maybe I'll need one that's not released yet. Plopsky will try to hold on to the AWP, and this would be really crucial if he can hold on to this.
He actually does a terrific job holding on to the AWP for the next round. This is solid. This is going to give...
It could be big.
I mean, they just can't go for a buy with this kind of economy, though, Nip, or it would be extremely risky to go for this buy. But they're going for it. All right.
Straight in there.
All right, let's see it. Deagles and nades and UMPs and just all sorts of things here. Have they picked up on something? Have they identified a weakness? Can they try and hit some kind of timing with this smoke wall that keeps going up outside for Mousesports, and that Mousesports, you know, Frozen keeps pushing through? There's the smoke going outside already. So Lurk smoke, making Frozen a little nervous. He's going to have to be careful. Hampus checking for the silo boost, but nobody is there. Now, can he spot Frozen here when this smoke clears?
It is not often. I was wondering how he would change up his approach, because I feel like he can't play that position every round that he was playing. That was kind of scary. Again, Frozen starting to warm up outside. Oh, he just has the angle. And Hampus gets deleted once again. Problems increasing now for Ninjas in Pyjamas on the CT side. Pyjamas making his way into the A-bomb side, but maybe there's still a chance because Frozen's got his knife out. Almost gets a second swipe, but not quite. Plopsky now on the ground with the Org, looking for the angles. Down goes Rops, not expecting to play to his left though. That's Pyjamas, of course. Now leaves Device in a 1 versus 2. Scoped in already. Acor can't hold this angle for too long because he's got to go and plant the bomb as well. But he's going to get dropped. Out for the AK is Device. And he will delete Pyjamas as well. Very back and forth affair. And indeed, that AWP did come in handy.
What a shot from Device, that last AK shot. All right, he can just do it all. It's like, really? He's going to give up the AWP in favor of an AK. Okay, fine, fair enough. This can get messy. No, one tap. It's fine. Dude, what a fantastic round for Nip to win, though. I'm just sitting here when we're starting to see how this round is shifting in favor of Mousesports. I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, they've got their feet back under them now. They're going to start extending that lead, and Nip are going to be in the dumpster. And yet, here you go. Massive clutch win for NIP. And to the point where Mousesports, well, this is just an essentially hard eco these days. Mousesports just trying to save as much money as possible going into the next round. Only a single round of loss bonus, so really not a whole lot to fall back on right now.
Now this is a turn of the events. So Mousesports are going to run away with this half, and maybe they'll get another. Oh, more knives in the vents this time though. No kill, and the bomb's been dropped as well, but for how long? Been collected by Acor now. Again, these weird rounds becoming awkward for NIP, but maybe that is the kill that turns their fortunes around. Pyjamas has an opportunity though. If there's a push through the smoke, they'll punish the slow reload of the UMP. So slow to reload of that UMP. Sees the gun through the vent, and Rops will be deleted by the USP of Device. Back and forth affair now. 2 rounds for Mousesports, 2 rounds for NIP of the last 4. And Mousesports will be back on the bye. I honestly thought that we might see like 9-10 rounds for Mousesports. Maybe we still could, but Ninjas in Pyjamas do have something to say about this.
We certainly could. We certainly could, because this is a bye round now coming up for Mousesports, and you know you see how close it is, even when they just have. That was essentially a hard eco Bardoff, and it still feels close. So now Mousesports. Look at this turn of speed. Rob straight out onto the upper site, similar to what we saw in the pistol, and yet somehow he survives long enough to fight back. ZTR getting a kill. 2 kills.
I don't know how he's managed to do that. Find himself a lineup through the smoke, and Device finds himself a lineup just before the smoke goes down. That makes the numbers even, 2 for 2. They don't know where Hampus is, normally outside, but currently coming from the ramp, and Frozen has the wrong angle at the wrong time, which leaves Dexter to do it. Dexter in a clutch, 7 for 7 at the moment is Dexter, making his way downstairs quietly. Hampus racing though to get into position. Device will be upstairs somewhere. Hampus disappears somewhat. Dexter rotating back out again. Device with angles, but surely Dexter will have a crosshair in this direction at some point. And Device has got 8 HP, so he's probably going to die now. No, sees him fast enough and just looks away. Moves into the A-bomb site, completely changes his position, but it seems that Hampus may be going towards A as well. Molly in the vent gives the game away, and he realizes Hampus, it is going to be the B-bomb site, but hey, he has a chance for a spray in the smoke, I think, if he dares peek it before Device rotates.
Well, they know. They at least know that this guy, Device has to be aware of it. It's going to be a brilliant headshot. Beautiful work from Dexter. Impeccable stuff. Kept his cool. 3 kills for him in that round. That was a must-win situation. Not a lot of emotion getting shown either.
It's stressful, that's why.
Just freaking dialed in at this point.
Yeah, no time for smiling. NIP are threatening to have a very reasonable score on their CT side. That maybe that round will change it for Mousesports, because we can see what devastation it has wrought on the economy. 2 M4s and a bunch of pistols. It is 4-spy territory for the Ninjas, and Mousesports are at strong advantage once again. 10 rounds still possible on their pick of Nuke on the T side. Device finds himself a flame. Sound cue heard by Mousesports, and he's forced away. Acor simply waiting. This man has got himself some nasty angles from mat to mat.
Ready for Hampus. And now Device as well, just kind of chilling out, wondering if he's going to be able to catch an angle here or not. Mousesports still, as is their trademark at this point, just content to sit and hold angles. We will get the smoke wall set up outside to keep NIP guessing. Device outside in garage, can't see on the other side of him. And, well, Frozen just checking to make sure that nobody is holding an angle that can spot on the other side of these smokes. So NIP are in the dark. But ZTR checked for by Acor. Nasty.
Great patience from him. Has support from Bemis as well, and now he can take position towards this A-bomb site. 5 versus 2. Again, this is a force buy from Ninjas in Pyjamas. And 5 may be the score they end this first half with. As they will lose everything one by one. Device with a Desert Eagle and armor. That's about it.
This is essentially how it played out against Heroic for NIP. They got 5 rounds on the CT side and then proceeded to get pummeled in the second half as well. So right now it feels like NIP are still trying to figure out how exactly they want to play this CT side. Nuke, such a technical map. The Device joining the situation here has really just altered everything. And you also have ZTR that you're adjusting with as well. So by no means is this easy, and it seems like there's still a bit of work to be done. But yeah, Mousesports, man, fired up. Everybody, look at this. It's Rops who's sitting with 4 kills. Everybody else is at 10 or 9 for Mousesports. They're just doing work right now. Whole team looking very solid.
Can't keep up on Acor. It's really good to see him playing strong. I think everybody will be happy to see that. Another competitive sniper rising in the ranks here in Counter-Strike. Big shoes to fill. And in this tournament, at least, so far so good. 10 for 7 is Acor now on the T side of Nuke as we move into the second last round. Number 14. And the squeaky door's been blown off. Could be a fast one into the A-bomb site here. They are up against an eco, and they may not give them time to rotate or respond. Only ZTR on this A-bomb site. We have Flames, Fire, and Fury up top towards Heaven. So maybe a while before NIP can choose to make a play. Mousesports looking good for 9. I'm not sure what NIP have to offer really in this round beyond trying to take a rifle into the next one. But they're in a spot of commitment. They'll have to make a play into the A-bomb site. I don't know what Device is up to.
Make the noise, draw the attention, be the bait, and then become the frag. Because I don't really see what else they're going to be able to do here. Yep, Device is gone. 9 to 5, and we may get a repeat scoreline here for NIP. Only 5 rounds on the CT side of Nuke. That does not bode well. But then, you know, we've seen teams getting more and more, you know, T-side rounds on Nuke. What do you think right now, Bartle? Do you think that they'll be able to run it back in the second half?
It's hard to tell. I think this is a playground for Mousesports, it looks like, and if they have struggling this much on the CT side versus the likes of Mouse with Frozen on the Mousesports team on the CT side, if he decides to cause problems outside, I don't see how they stop him, but we'll see. He hasn't been a lightning rod just yet. last round of the first half, and with the minute 25, the NIP utility is 2 flashbangs, and that's it. So they've got their work cut out for them, and ZTR will take matters into his own hands with a spot of aggression, and Dexter is deleted. That's the top fragger for Mousesports out of this final round. Have a look at this position of Device to Plopsky's left. Falling off now, but surely he re-emerges for a crossfire. Device with the trigger discipline, looking for 2. That's the bomb as well. Very favorable now for NIP. Maybe they'll steal a round away after all. Acor in the clutch, 1 minute, 1 versus 3.
9-6 possible here if Nip can just keep their cool. 40 seconds left on the clock as well for Acor to clutch this out. And nobody should be giving him any targets. They should just be waiting for him on bomb sites. That's where he has to go. They know that's where he has to go. So just lock him out when he's planting that bomb. No reason to face otherwise. But 9-6 actually bodes fairly well. If Nip can somehow find a way to win a pistol round, they're going to be cooking with gas at that point.
Now Molly's going to be very important, but someone's ahead of it. And there we go. It will be a 6th round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. A spot of aggression towards the end there gives them 1 extra. We'll see if it goes to a 3rd map of Inferno after the break.
I'm not playing it, but I believe the A-bomb site on Nuke have been a really mess for some months now. You could see a lot of teams are playing it way more often than usually, and all the cities are having a hard time to defend it.
Mirage B-side, man. You're just jumping constantly. I've been jumping for 5 years already. It's the same over and over again. I'm just tunnel vision. The only thing I'm doing is jumping for 1 minute and suddenly there comes 5 guys. I'm alone. Definitely, I think that's the most boring place to hold CT.
A on vertigo.
Yeah, I can say Mirage on in middle. That could be a pretty frustrating place to be with an AWP.
B Mirage. I just don't like it. There is 10 flashes and you look at the ground, and then there is a guy in the kitchen already and you didn't see a single thing.
I would say it's Mirage B, but for me I really like it, but I think everybody else would say Mirage B.
A site on Nuke, because you don't have a lot of spots to play and most of the time you just get flashed. So it's like super hard to dodge flashes and you don't have a lot. Either you get like Molotov'd out or you're gonna get fully flashed.
I think it's B Vertigo. I don't have to do it, but I think every B Vertigo player feels me.
Well then, we move back into Nuke. I heard the A site mentioned in some of those bomb site opinions. And now it's Mousesports' turn to defend that A bomb site. So let's see. And that's before Ancient comes into the map pool as well, which may be even more difficult. But it's still evolving in front of our eyes. I'm curious to see what it looks like a year from now. Ancient, hopefully less green, for one.
Yeah, but where do you go? Slate gray? Light gray stones? It's all actually maybe out of marble. See, then it would be all right. White marble. Then you get that
Reflective limestone. That would be better.
Okay, we can do that too.
Device has got a USP. And he's on the outside. Ninjas in Pyjamas trail by 3. This could be a big pistol run for Mousesports. They could close out Nuke quickly if they are able to be successful here. So far, so good. They get the opening kill, or Acor. That was a sitter for him. Just moving at the same time, though. He's got Dexter for support, but he hasn't been able to save his teammate. Takes one in the face from range, and you start to wonder now. Oh, that's a nice one tap from Dexter. We've got Rez creeping up by the windows, but his teammates are dropping all over the place. Leads by example. 3 kills for Dexter, 15 for 9, and Rez, it's his turn to clutch now and do similar from a similar position. Creeping outside, he knows where both CTs are. He has to go and get the bomb as well, but he won't be able to. Not this time. Double figures for Mousesports. They move to 10.
Dude, Dexter gets the 3rd kill as well. Split second before he dies. That puts him up to 15 kills, nearly top fragging on the map, only device ahead of him. Dude, that was a disgusting pistol round from Dexter. That is outrageous that he gets that 3rd kill. The second one was pretty spicy as well, though, to be fair.
Nice,
like, that was actually really nice. But, man, what a play. Mousesports double digits right off the bat, and Mousesports just cannot seem to lose pistol rounds to NIP. Now, NIP, you know, obviously going to hope that they can upset them here. But Mousesports do not really skip any corners, you know, any steps. They've got 4 rifles ready to go. It's going to be very difficult here for NIP to crack this bomb site. Just makes me wonder if NIP have managed to actually get enough time here on this map to start getting comfortable on this T side, start getting things mapped out. But Inferno is the 3rd map if necessary. And that is going to be a very difficult situation. Still, 3rd map. Let's go. All the way, Mardolf.
Oh, it looks like the execution's on the way now. Acor a little blind. Somehow still squeezing 2 kills out of this, and Beamers can clean up the rest, be a bait for Rops to activate from the rafters, and that leaves Rez alone. Soundcue's heard already by Frozen, who's crab walking into an off angle. And will deliver the frag. 11 to the 6 of Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're in eco territory now. They're going to really have this uphill struggle ahead of them. Assuming they lose this one, it'll be a 6-12 scoreline at the beginning, the real beginning, if you will, of the second half, post-pistol, the first buy round for both squads. Not there quite yet.
Yeah, what's going on today is the admin is asking, and I'm definitely wondering the same thing. Just constant TeamSpeak crashes, player crashes, everybody's crashing.
16-9 bug? Not familiar.
Sunday games, man. Well, Rops plays 16-9, doesn't he?
He does.
But he's the only one I know off the top of my head who plays 16-9. Who else plays native?
Me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as in...
That's all that's important.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I don't know what the other... I don't keep up with all the different... I try to change my config as little as possible.
Yeah, the same. I haven't touched my config in freaking ever. But I mean, I'm kind of curious about that, if more pros are playing 16x9 or not. Because everybody seems to have those weird ones where you have to like download the specific drivers and all that. I'm like, I can't be asked. CBA. All right, let's get into the thick of things here. Handful of deagles for NIP. Just looking to do some damage.
Oh,
Speaking
boy, 91.
Speaking of.
Alrighty then.
Plopsky, that sucks.
If you've got no Kevlar, a grenade can hit you and then explode and do 101 in 2 hits. Little combo. So they are very dangerous if you are naked outside, as Launders is threatening to be. And then there was a Hampus. Off the side he goes. Very brief anti-eco round. A fast anti-eco round is a good anti-eco round.
Yes.
12 to 60. Guns come out now for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Hampus going for the Krieg.
Yeah, Hampus going for the Krieg. Interestingly enough, Device isn't going to have the money for an AWP. Whereas Rops and Acor both going for Ops on the CT side. So this is going to be interesting.
We're seeing a lot of slower rounds from T sides in general. And I feel like when the CTs have 2 AWPs, there's often a free kill where someone just walks into an angle and it's like, oh, they've got an AWP. And it's a very costly piece of information to find out. Oh, there goes the Krieg.
Shot on Hampus, taking out that Krieg already. Acor, just such a strong start. He is tied with Dexter now for kills. Dude, Acor, I mean, again, we put a lot of focus on Acor going into this series, saying that he really needed to step up individually to not let the pressure get to him. And while he has certainly shown up so far on the first 2 maps of this series.
A re-smoke of Squeaky. Dexter moving into position. He is expectant. Yeah, Frozen playing a similar position to what Hampus was doing, actually. Maybe inspired by his opponent. Frozen has been nasty on the outside of Nuke in recent games. Utterly nasty. Some very heavy outputs indeed. I think he and Rops are the highest rated players in the tournament, right?
Right now, Rops and Frozen, yeah.
35 seconds on the clock. It is a very late one from the Ninjas. And Frozen's just been patient this entire time. As soon as the flash comes in, 5 versus 3. Made 2 by Dexter. Bombs on the floor. And again, a slow, methodical round. 22 seconds left on the clock and nothing to show for it for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
They're the highest rated, but they also played, Mousesports also played against Fnatic first round, which was essentially a free match. And then Big before Big woke up. And so that was, they were the team that put Big into the lower bracket. And as we saw earlier today, you know, Big finished fifth overall. But at the beginning of this tournament, Big were looking pretty, you know, wishy-washy. So Mousesports ate them alive. And I think that's where, you know, Rops and Frozen really got a good helping hand. But yeah, Frozen currently the top-rated player in the tournament. Rops right behind him.
Yeah, and Rops trying to catch up now as we can see, but Frozen will pull away once again. 2 kills for each. Hampus 1 versus 3. Now it's none versus 3. Mousesports are shutting things down on their CT side of Nuke. And this one may be brief, but hey, NIP are back on the buy once again. If they plant the bomb, they'll have 4-200. And then maybe a second buy, but then it'll be game point for the Mousesports. So they won't want it to get that far, but perhaps it's not up to them. We've got 2 AK-47s on the CT side in the hands of Frozen and Bemis, and that will make them even more dangerous than normal. And off they go to the races. Acor on the outside. 2 AWPs continue for Mousesports. Grenades outside as well. Hampus and Rez heavily damaged. Frozen under the silo. Got some sound cues, and do wonder if NIB will have the focus to check this, or if they'll assume that no one is here. Looking towards T-Red, it seems. Hampus deleted, and there goes Rez as well. Guess what? Frozen's back.
He is so fired up. And Acor can back off now, leave him behind. Frozen doesn't care. He'll still hang around here to take these fights. ZTR, Device, Polopsky. Last 3 alive for the Ninjas. And well, Device, I mean, this is a good guy to lead out here. If he can catch Frozen getting greedy and peeking for some information, he could potentially get a punish with this AWP. That's what you hope to see, at least. They line up, and Acor is going to find the shot on Plopsky. There's
Death by paper cuts.
Yeah, it really feels that way. They're just getting slowly constricted. Quad kill for Frozen in the round. Monstrous. This is an excellent performance from Mousesports. They are clearly one of the best teams on Nuke right now. They built their tournament run on this map. And yeah, they just know how to play it. Keep in mind, in the beginning, in the first half, NIP won 3 of the rounds that they've had so far. They have a total of 6. 3 of those is just because Mousesports ran out of time. Back to back to back. The clock ended up running down on Mousesports.
Nine game points for Mousesports. See a mixed bag from the Ninjas. 2 AKs, a Galil, and some SMGs. The whisper of the wind outside, behind Hampus's ears as he goes down secret. Rops is posted up with one of the 2 AWPs, and it looks so hard for Ninjas in Pyjamas, the way they're just jiggling. Find information, that information proves very expensive indeed, and it becomes even more so. Dexter again by Squeaky. Just brutality. Never seen a choke point look so difficult. NIP never really in this game of Nuke, and Mousesports delete them and all be quickly heading towards Inferno. Yeah,
but to be fair, I mean, kind of like to see this. Just get it over with quick and move on to Inferno. Better chance on Inferno against Mousesports for NIP. You get this map out of the way. Once you realize that it's just so completely one-sided, it's like, okay, let's just get going and focus on the 3rd map. Conserve energy for the 3rd map.
Going all the way, thoughts of the panel.